Welcome to day 22 of the Hero Podcast, here with me, Suppoman. In this podcast, what I'm going to be showing you how to do is exactly how to get started with buying and trading cryptocurrencies, okay? Because I've had a few requests of people saying, how do I get started? I love your videos. I love the advice you're giving, but how do I actually get started with buying and selling cryptocurrencies? And I am going to take you through the exact process that I went through, just so that you know exactly how to do it and you can do it with ease. So let me take you through the entire process. Where we are right now is on Poloniex, which is the exchange. And the exchange is where you do the buying and selling. But what you need before you actually start doing buying and selling is you need to set up a wallet. A wallet is where you store, send, and receive cryptocurrency. Okay? So essentially, the first thing you need to do is you need to store it. You need to put some money into the wallet. You need to turn it into either Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Litecoin, and then you can send it to the exchange. Now, if we go into my deposits and withdrawals on the exchange, this is where you see whether you've got money in the exchange. So when you transfer it from Coinbase, you will have some money here. It will tell you what your estimated value of the cryptocurrency you're holding, the Bitcoin that you've got, okay? And when you have started doing the trading, the estimated value of your holdings will be the combined value of all the stocks that you have basically invested in, okay? So this is basically the confirmation that you've got money in your exchange, but you need to go to Coinbase first. So this is what Coinbase looks like. This is how much I've got in my Coinbase account at the moment. It's currently stored in Ethereum, and as you can see, the Ethereum price has just been absolutely ridiculous in the last kind of hour. Look at that. It's kind of stayed at this rate and then tanked down here to 143, and it's been doing that over the last hour, as you can see. Okay, I've got hardly anything in Bitcoin now, virtually nothing. And you can see the price of Bitcoin. It's actually gone down in the last hour. And over the last day, it's really gone down. Because yesterday it was worth kind of £119 or about $140, $150 more than it is now. Okay? So this is what your kind of dashboard, your main screen looks like on Coinbase. But you need to set up yourself first. So the first thing you need to do is you need to firstly sign up with an email address. They'll send you a link to your email address to verify it. And then what you've got to do is you've got to upload your telephone number so that they then phone verify you. Then you have to upload ID. Now you either scan the ID, and it's normally a driving license or an ID card or a passport, or you actually take a photograph of it and then you send it over to Coinbase and they'll pretty much verify it straight away. And then you have to set up payment. So you have to, whatever your bank account transacts in. So my bank is in British pounds. So I basically set up my debit or credit card to send funds to the wallet. And then you buy the Bitcoin, the Litecoin, or the Ethereum. So if I just go here, there are three options to buy when you set up your payment on Coinbase. Okay, so if you then set up your bank with Coinbase so that you can just easily transfer money across, you can either buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Litecoin, and these are seen as kind of like the major cryptocurrencies at the moment. Bitcoin is the best one to just literally send money over to the exchange. Ethereum is probably better if you want to leave your money in your wallet as a bit of a savings account. Because although the last day isn't really indicative, if you look at the last week, a week ago, if you had invested £95, which is around about $115, $120, then it would have been at its peak worth £165. So it's gone up a whole £70 in 1 week. Okay, there's no savings account in the UK at the moment that would give you that kind of return on your savings. Okay, so Ethereum's good if you want to save a bit of money. Because if you buy Ethereum like I've got, when you send it to the exchange, you've then got to turn it into Bitcoin. So the best thing, if you want to just get started buying and selling the cryptocurrencies on Poloniex, the best thing to do is just to buy Bitcoin and send it over. And from what I've heard, you're actually able to, well, Bitcoin's going to be on the up. So although at the moment, if you look at Bitcoin, it's a pretty grim picture compared to, let's say, a couple of days ago, or yesterday actually. It's a pretty grim picture compared to how it was, but you can still make money investing in Bitcoin. And the good thing about when you send money from your bank to Coinbase is you can buy as much Bitcoin as you want. You don't have to buy a full Bitcoin and spend 2,155 pounds or $2,500, $600. You can just buy a small percentage. So you can literally transfer £10 or $10 worth of money and transfer it into Bitcoin. Okay, even though you'll get 0.0001% of a Bitcoin, you still got some Bitcoin you can send over to the exchange. So when you have set up your bank with Coinbase, when you set up the payments, you buy and sell in here. Okay, so you would actually send your dollars or pounds to Coinbase via buy and sell, and you will buy the Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Litecoin. Then in send and request, this is where you actually send the money to the exchange. So I'm just going to show you that process right now. Okay, so we're back in my account, and as you can see, I've already made some money on Ethereum, about £1. Okay, it's not a lot, but when you consider this was in the last kind of 5 minutes, that's pretty good. Anyway, so you go to send and request. Okay, and what you need to do is you need to actually set up an account on Poloniex, which is the exchange. There are other options. There's also Bittrex, and Bittrex is the exchange I go to when I can't buy a certain cryptocurrency on Poloniex. So on Poloniex, you've got kind of like the main altcoins. Altcoins are the alternative coins, the smaller, more minor cryptocurrencies to Bitcoin and Ethereum. So you can get most altcoins here in markets on Poloniex, but not all. So for instance, if you're part of a cryptocurrency group and they're saying, oh, buy PivX, buy PivX. You can't buy PivX on Poloniex. You can buy PivX on Bittrex.com. You can also buy Blitzcash and Waves, which are also two cryptocurrencies that have done well recently, on Bittrex. But I mostly do all my current exchanging, buying and selling on Poloniex because it's quicker, very user-friendly. So as you can see, Bittrex is quite nice, quite clean. It gives you quite a good view of how a certain cryptocurrency is doing. So for instance, Ripple, it'll show you how it's done over the last 24 hours. It'll show you the volume of coins available. It will show you the last price that has been bought or sold, which is that price. And then this is the price at its highest in the last 24 hours and the price at its lowest. So a lot of people would have been good to get in at this point right here. Okay, so although it's very clean and stuff, the whole buying and selling aspect is actually quite, I don't like it personally. Poloniex I find much nicer and much easier to deal with. So what you do is you go to deposits and withdrawals, which is the screen I've already shown you. This is after you have gotten set up on Poloniex. Okay, so you get set up on Poloniex and then you go down to Bitcoin deposit. Okay, so this is how you transfer money from Coinbase to Poloniex. So you go to deposit and then it gives you an address. You copy that. And like it says here, send only Bitcoin to this deposit address. If you send Ethereum by accident to your Bitcoin deposit address, you may lose your deposit, as it says here. You may just lose that money. And I don't want to lose 150 quid, so I would never make that mistake. But I just want to reiterate, do not make that mistake because it could end up in making a loss before you've even started buying and trading. So we have got our Bitcoin deposit address. So now what we do is we go back to Coinbase and we enter as the recipient that Bitcoin deposit address where it says send funds. And then you would basically use your Bitcoin wallet, so you can choose whichever wallet you want, but you should choose your Bitcoin wallet because this is a Bitcoin deposit address. And then you just enter how much, 0.1 Bitcoin or 0.1 Bitcoin, whatever. Now, I don't have that money available, I don't think, because I've got very little available. Look, 0.000124. So I haven't got much in there because I basically transferred a load over yesterday to Poloniex so I could make the most of that altcoin crash that I posted a video about. And then you send funds, okay? You press send funds, and then in kind of 10 to 15 minutes, what will happen is that the funds will show in the deposits and withdrawal section of Poloniex, okay? And then it'll be there. It'll be here. So where it says 0 for me right now, it will say, however much you have bought from Coinbase and sent over. So then once you've got that, assuming you want to buy a cryptocurrency, let me show you how you do that. So let's say you wanted to buy some Steem. Now, Steem is a cryptocurrency I chucked a load of Bitcoin into yesterday so that I could make the most of the price it was then, because it was at 40. If I just click into it, you will see the 24-hour low, 24-hour high, and you can see yesterday it reached lower than that, and I got it at 41990 or something like that. So I plunged a load of money into it then, and it's since gone up to 48,000. Okay, with 3 zeros in front of it. So anyway, so you click the cryptocurrency you want to buy, and then you go down to where it says buy. Now, I haven't got any Bitcoin, but what you would do here is you would essentially press this button, and if you press the you have button and assume you've got 0.1 coins, it will put the amount of Steem you can get with the Bitcoin that you've got. But if you only wanted to buy, let's say 10 Steem, then it would give you the price down here. So the total would be 0.0048. And then you just press buy. Okay. If you wanted to buy 300 Steem coins, then you could do that and it gives you the total amount there, which is 0.144. So you would need 0.144 Bitcoin to be able to buy that. And then you just press buy. But if for whatever reason the price goes spectacularly down since you put the buy, and then or it goes up even, then it probably won't fulfill the order straight away. And what will happen is it will go down here to where it says my open orders, and it will stay there until the price reaches the amount you have tried to buy at. And then it will be fulfilled, and then it will be available in your deposits and withdrawals section, and you will have that Steem. You will own Steem. And that's how you do it. That is how you do it. Okay? Now, on the assumption that you should have Ethereum, you have basically placed your money into Ethereum and on Coinbase, and then you send your Ethereum over to Poloniex. How do you then transfer that into Bitcoin? Okay, there's an easy way to do that. All right, so let me just show you. So I've done this myself. I just need to find Ethereum. Well, I'll just put it up here. ETH. There it is, Ethereum. Okay, so if we just go down, you can see I've got I've basically got 1 Ethereum here. Okay, and this is the price. So if I wanted to sell my Ethereum, I just literally click that, and I could basically transfer all of that Ethereum into Bitcoin, and then I press sell, and then it is turned into the Bitcoin. All right, and then I can then buy stuff with the Bitcoin. Because you're probably saying, well, do I have to exchange it? You don't actually have to exchange it from Ethereum to Bitcoin. Where it says here in the markets, BTC, these are the cryptocurrencies you buy with Bitcoin, okay? If you go to ETH, you can actually buy cryptocurrencies with Ethereum. But as you can see here, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 that you can buy with Ethereum. And Steem is actually one of them. And then you've got XMR, and then you've also got USD, if you wanted to buy, cryptocurrencies in USDT. However, there's very few you can buy. In which case, it's best to actually just convert it to Bitcoin, because you have got except for the ones that aren't available on the platform, all of the cryptocurrencies available to buy. And right now, there's some great ones You know, look at Digibyte. Digibyte was nowhere to be seen literally 24 hours ago. It was at 508. It's currently at 645. And it's doing quite well. So if you bought at 508, well done you. I tried to get it at just under 5 and it never went under 500. So I didn't buy any. And I did, I feel, miss the boat. But look at the rise. This column here is what is the activity either plus or minus in the last 24 hours. Okay, so you can see how things were doing compared to this time yesterday. And the ones in red are the ones doing worse. The ones in green, which are most of them, are the ones doing better than yesterday. And yesterday there was a crash. So what should you invest your money in? Well, you know, this is the eternal question. At the moment, Steem has a lot of value, okay? Particularly because I know of a few people getting into Steem. And I'm in Steem as well. I've got a username and profile set up. So I'm also on Steem. And I want to help this on the long term. But if we're talking about short term kind of gains, then, you know, one of the ones that people have been harping on about is Dogecoin. Now, if you've heard of what Doge is basically a dog, okay? So if I just type in Doge is a joke, really. It's surprising what gets taken seriously on Poloniex or in the cryptocurrency world. So, you know, this is what a Doge is. It's remarkable. Okay, so if you put Dogecoin down in here, you can actually see what the cryptocurrency is supposed to look like. It's absolutely hilarious. So Dogecoin's a pretty good shout, actually, I think at the time. It's kind of on a downer. Over the last 24 hours, it has been higher, though not much higher. I certainly know that in the last few weeks, it's gone up to, 160. So it's not been a bad performing cryptocurrency. And I think that over the long term, Doge is going to be worth a lot more. So that'd probably be a good one for you. As I said, I think Digibyte's also got some very good potential moving forward. It's really grown recently. Ripple, in my opinion, has less potential. This was great about 2 months ago. You could have probably been made a millionaire if you had invested in Ripple a couple of months ago. But now I think it's mostly made its value. And the gains you would make now probably would be gains, but smaller gains. So that is the process of sending Bitcoin to the exchange and being able to buy and sell cryptocurrencies. Okay, it's very simple, but you just have to go through the process. You just got to set up your account on Coinbase. Then you've got to transfer the money via send and you've got to buy the Bitcoin first via this area once you have set up your kind of bank details and bought some Bitcoin. And then you send it via this page, send and request. You send the money to Poloniex or Bittrex. Either site gives you a deposit address. You just send it. Make sure you've got the right currency selected. And then once you've done that, you just basically click on whatever currency. So for instance, Burst. You go down here and you just buy some. Okay, you buy some. And then if you are unhappy with how it's going, then you just sell it. Simple. So I've got 500 Burst. If I wanted to sell it all, I just basically press on the you have. It'll show me how much Bitcoin I'll get from the transfer. Press sell. It's gone. All right. So that is a full tutorial to how to get started on cryptocurrency trading. Hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you next time.